Most people will never be successful, not because they are stupid, not because they are unlucky, but because they are thieves. They want the reward, but they refuse to pay the bill. There is a fundamental law in the universe called the law of equivalent exchange. It states, to gain something, something of equal value must be lost. You cannot create energy out of nothing. Success follows the exact same physics. Success is not a gift, it is a purchase. And like any high-value purchase, there is a strict price tag attached to it. But here is the catch. In the real world, you buy the product first, enjoy it, and pay the credit card later. In the game of success, the rules are reversed. You have to pay in full, in advance, before you ever get to see the product. You have to suffer the isolation, endure the failure, and kill your ego before you get the money, before you get the respect. Right now, you are trying to negotiate with this law. You want the freedom, but you can't sacrifice your comfort. You want to be respected, but you're too scared to be doubted. You are standing at the counter of life, saying, "Give me the $1 million first, and then I will work hard." Life does not work that way. You cannot cheat the invoice. If you are not where you want to be, it is simply because you have looked at the price tag of your dreams, and you walked away. You want the prize, but you are hoarding your chips. So, let's look at the bill. In the next few minutes, I am going to list the 7 brutal things every successful person has paid to get where they are. These are non-negotiable. By the end of this video, you will know whether you are destined for greatness or for the graveyard of potential. The first thing success demands from you is your tribe. You probably have a fantasy where you make it to the top, and you bring your whole crew with you. Wake up. You cannot climb a mountain carrying 3 other people on your back. Here is demand number 1, the season of isolation. It won't happen all at once. It happens in a single, painful moment. Picture this. You finally hit a milestone. You worked for 6 months to get it. You are buzzing with energy. You run to tell your best friend. You share the news. And instead of celebrating, they just look at you and say, "That's cool." Then they immediately change the subject back to their drama. That silence is the price. In that moment, you realize you are speaking a language they no longer understand. You aren't just lonely, you are outgrowing. Most people treat relationships like a lifeboat. They cling to anyone just to stay afloat. But you are building a rocket, and rockets have to shed weight to leave the atmosphere. If you try to drag your old friends into your new altitude, 2 things happen. They suffocate, and you crash. You have to accept that for a season. You will sit at an empty table. Which brings us to demand number 2, the willingness to be a glitch. When you start changing, you expect people to be inspired. They won't be. They will be irritated. Why? Because your growth is a glitch in their matrix. Your discipline insults their laziness. Your ambition highlights their stagnation. You become a walking mirror that shows them exactly what they could be doing, but aren't. So, to protect their egos, they have to label you. They will call you obsessed. They will say you changed. Let them. Do not get angry at them. Have empathy. They are mourning the death of the comfort you provided them. You have to be willing to be the villain in their story, so you can be the hero in yours. But losing your friends is actually the easy part, because once the crowd is gone, you are left with something much harder to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your dignity. The next item on the invoice is your vanity. Most people would rather be cool and broke than cringe and rich. They are terrified of the social tax. Here is demand number 3, the willingness to look stupid. Let's talk about the nightmare scenario that stops 90% of men. You finally decide to launch that business. You post your first video. You put yourself out there. And then you see the notification. It's a guy you went to high school with, or a girl you used to date. They didn't like the post. They took a screenshot. and they sent it to their group chat to roast you. Lol, look who thinks he's an entrepreneur now. Does that thought make your stomach turn? Good. That nausea is the gatekeeper. Success is hidden behind a wall of humiliation. You cannot walk through that door while wearing your armor. You have to take it off. You have to be willing to be the fool. If you want to learn a language, you have to speak like a toddler. If you want to build a physique, you have to be the guy shaking under an empty bar. Humiliation is not an accident. It is the admission fee. If you are too proud to look stupid, you are too proud to win. Which leads to demand number 4, the death of cool. Being cool is the enemy of profit. Cool is about detachment. It's about acting like you don't care. But success demands obsession. And obsession is messy. Obsession is sweaty. Obsession is cringe. Look at the winners. They are shouting into cameras. They are sending cold emails. They are promoting themselves shamelessly while you are worried about what people will think. You have to kill the part of you that needs to be admired by losers. You are trading status for substance. Let them laugh at your cringe content from their cubicles. Let them mock your obsession while they wait for the weekend. You are playing a game they don't even understand, but be warned. Surviving the laughter is actually manageable. Anger is a great fuel. The real test comes next. Because once the laughter dies down and the haters get bored, you are left with something much more dangerous: the silence. We have all seen the movies. The hero decides to change his life. The music swells. We get a 60-second training montage. He lifts weights. He studies late at night. He drinks raw eggs. And suddenly, cut to black. He wins. Real life has no background music. And there is no montage. Here is demand number 5. The capacity for the void. This is what the montage deletes. It is 11:47 p.m. Your eyes are burning. Your coffee is cold. You have been staring at the same line of code, or the same video edit, or the same spreadsheet for 4 hours. There is no applause. There is no dopamine. Your brain is screaming at you to open TikTok. It is begging for a distraction, and you sit there, and you keep working. Social media has lied to you. It shows the explosion. It deletes the fuse. Everyone wants the fireworks. But nobody wants to sit in a dark room stacking the gunpowder, grain by grain, for 5 years. Success is not an event. It is a monotonous, unsexy routine. The amateur is addicted to novelty. He starts a project, gets a rush of excitement, and feels like a god for 2 weeks. But the moment the excitement fades, the moment it becomes work, he quits. He thinks something is wrong because he isn't having fun. Nothing is wrong. You just hit the long silence. This is the period, usually years, where you are doing the right things. But you aren't getting the results yet. You are watering the bamboo, but the ground looks dead. Most people look at the dirt, say, "This isn't working," and walk away. You have to stand there in the silence and keep watering the dirt. If you need excitement every day, go play a video game. If you want a legacy, you have to fall in love with the boredom. But be careful, because once you learn to survive the silence, you start to lose touch with the normal world. And that brings us to the most dangerous price of all: the price of your sanity. There is a word that kills more dreams than failure ever could. That word is balance. The world tells you to have it all: a successful career, a perfect body, a vibrant social life, 8 hours of sleep, all at the same time. This is a lie. Here is demand number 6, the death of balance. If you are trying to escape the gravity of your current life, balance is a death sentence. Look at a rocket ship. It burns 80% of its fuel in the first few minutes of launch. Why? Because it is fighting gravity. It needs massive, unreasonable, dangerous energy to break the atmosphere. Once it is in orbit, it can float. It can have balance. But during the launch, it is pure fire and chaos. I know this hurts to hear. I know you don't want to miss out. But here is what the launch actually looks like. It's Friday night. Your friends are at a bar. Your phone is blowing up with invites. And you have to text them, "I can't make it." You sit back down at your desk. You feel the weight of missing out. You feel the guilt of being absent. Your life feels like a house on fire. You are throwing all your furniture into the flames just to keep the engine running. This is the price. You have to accept a season of extreme imbalance. You cannot be everything to everyone. When you say yes to the mission, you are saying no to everything else. Every second you hesitate, gravity pulls harder. Your fuel is burning. You do not have time to pace yourself. People will call you obsessed. They will tell you to slow down, smile, and ignore them. They are speaking from the ground. You are trying to reach the moon. Obsession is the only thing that creates escape velocity. But be warned, even if you sacrifice your friends, your comfort, and your balance, you still aren't safe. Because to truly reach the next level, you have to sacrifice the one thing you are most attached to. You have to kill the person looking back at you in the mirror. Here is demand number 7. The death of the old self. This is the hardest pill to swallow. Your habits, your mindset. They are built for your old life, the life where you scroll, procrastinate, and settle. If you want a new life, you have to kill the person who is living the old one. You have to shed your skin. This feels like a death, because it is a death. You have to kill the coward who hits snooze in the morning. You have to kill the victim who blames the economy for his empty bank account. You have to kill the addict who needs comfort every time things get hard. Right now, you are trying to drag a corpse up a mountain. You are trying to carry your old bad habits, your old lazy friends, and your old limited beliefs to the summit. You can't. They are too heavy. You have to cut the rope. I know it is brutal. I know it is lonely. But you have to be willing to look in the mirror and say goodbye to the person you used to be. The price of the new you is the old you. So, there it is. The bill is on the table. The universe has presented its terms. Breathe. Feel the weight of it. 1. Isolation. 2. Misunderstanding. 3. Humiliation. 4. The death of cool. 5. Boredom. 6. Imbalance. 7. The death of the old self. It is unfair. It is brutal. It is non-negotiable. Most people will look at this bill and walk away. They will choose the discount life. They will choose the safety of the herd. And that is fine. There is no shame in being average. But do not complain that you didn't get the prize when you refuse to pay the price. For the few of you still watching, for the few of you who are willing to sign the check, welcome to the climb. And know this, the person you become at the summit won't just surprise the world. He will surprise you. I'll see you at the top.